You're a beginner investor and you want to understand how you can invest into low stroke medium risk investment vehicles. Here we'll be talking about index funds or ETFs. So in simple terms, an index fund is like a basket that has all the stocks in it and you're just literally buying the basket. So as opposed to trying to beat the market by buying individual stocks, so I know some of us have heard about Tesla, I've heard about Apple, Coca-Cola. You have all these stocks into that basket and that index fund mimics the index in itself. So for an example of an index fund is an S&P 500. So advantage of buying the index fund is diversification. So because it has so many stocks in the basket, let's use the word basket or the fund, you diversify your portfolio in the sense that it goes across different sectors and different companies. So the S&P 500 have the 500 top companies in the USA. So you can imagine it has tech, it has finance, it has different types of stocks. So you're kind of diversifying your portfolio by investing in just that one fund. So another advantage of investing in an index fund is it has low cost fees. So as opposed to buying a fund that is actively managed by a fund manager, for example, index funds are very low cost. So for example, on Vanguard, the S&P 500 that I typically invest in has a maintenance fee of 0.07%. That is nothing. Very cheap. Low costs is the way to go. And the third advantage of investing with an index fund is that it has consistent performance goals or consistent performance results. So typically, on average, the index fund or the S&P 500 has an ROI, which is a return on investment of about 10% on average. So for example, 2 years ago, we had 28% that year. And the year before that, I think that was COVID year, it had like minus 10% or 14%, something like that. Anyways, but on average, it has 10% return on investment every single year. So you see a consistent growth in your money as long as you're leaving it. And the longer you leave it, the more you benefit from compound interest. That's another magic to this whole thing about investing. You just see your money growing and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing. And that's the power of investing. And that's the power of compound interest. As always, I'm happy to help. Send me a DM and I'll message you. Please note that I would never DM you first. I would never follow you first. So if you're being followed by someone else that is not me or somebody else is DMing you, please know that that's a scammer and be very careful on the streets. So as always, have a lovely day and have a blessed day. Bye.